My name is Chris Cox, and I'm here today to talk to you about how to complete a marathon and how to train for one. So let's get into it. First of all, you want to have a training plan when you start thinking about tackling a marathon for the first time. If you've never done a marathon, there's a lot of training that goes into it. There's a saying that a marathon is hundreds of miles, but 26.2 miles is just the last little bit. And I have found that to be true. I ran hundreds of miles in preparation for my marathon, and you should too. The good news is that if you develop a training plan, you probably are only going to run most of your runs only maybe 4 to 5 miles at a time. Certainly achievable if you're at a certain level of training with running. So I'll be showing you the training plan here.
So this is a training plan that a coach that I hired for about, I seem to recall it was $90 a month. And I found him locally through Craigslist. That might be an option for you. But these plans are available in running magazines or even just a quick internet search. You could find a running training plan for a marathon. I have found these are usually about 16 weeks um, of training. And so I think I started at about week 14 or 13. So I missed the first few weeks of my training and I was still able to complete my marathon without stopping or walking. So um, what you'll see in a training uh, plan is how many miles per day you need to run. And then probably the best one, the first full week here, is my coach was telling me to do strength program, which involved some drills. He also gave me the number of miles that I would run that day and whether I would be doing strength and stretching. And of course, stretching was required after every run. And he would say, okay, Thursday is an easy 4 miles. That is slow. That's not pushing it. Um, but um, some days were long runs, some days were easy. And so you can find training plans on the internet or in running magazines or in running books that will tell you how to prepare for the marathon. But this is just a sample. Just remember, you'll probably be slowly moving your miles up from um, my long runs tended to be on Saturdays. Sunday can also be a good day to do a long run. And so I was moving up from maybe 6 miles to 7 miles to 8 miles as I went. And I think my longest long run was an 18 miler, maybe a couple of weeks before the marathon. So just keep that in mind that uh, probably it worked for me and it can probably work for you.
Plan here, and then I want to say something about finding fun places to train. Mix it up, change your training routine. Um, don't always run laps at the local schoolyard. Don't always run around your neighborhood. Go to some fun places to run. Maybe a park. Maybe a trail is nearby. Maybe you have some interesting um, greenways in your city. Maybe they're a 30-minute drive away, but it might make it worth your while to go to these places because your running will be more enjoyable and you'll look forward to it. I'd also like to recommend that you, if you're not already running, you definitely, with the longer distances, will need to hydrate. So get a water bottle or two. Here's a couple. I highly recommend a 24-ounce water bottle, and just fill it up before you go running, and then before you go home, make sure you rehydrate with the water. Also, eat a balanced diet. You want to have plenty of proteins and carbs to keep yourself and your body fueled. You may start losing weight. Marathon training is an excellent weight loss method, but what you want to be careful of is losing too much muscle or losing too much weight, because that could affect your performance. So feel free to loosen up. Eat a little bit more than you normally do during your marathon training. You can splurge a little bit more while you're training for a marathon. Also, make sure you stretch after your workouts, always, 100% of the time. And if you need a good stretching routine, I do have a video here on my channel. It's about 10 minutes long, and it shows all of the stretches that I learned from a collegiate level athlete. This will keep you feeling good, and it will fight off some of the soreness and help prevent injuries. Also, make sure you have some good running shoes that have good cushion on them. You may want to buy new running shoes if you're not already running regularly, but make sure you've got your running shoes all upgraded to prevent injuries. Also, for longer training runs that last for more than 40 minutes, certainly you may want to take water with you, and I recommend a water belt like this. They make different kinds, but this one is by Nathan. I think I got it at REI, and the way it works is you put it on, and you can put the water bottle in the back of it as you run, and then when you get thirsty, you can take a drink, and that can keep you hydrated on these super long runs that, like I said, about every 40 minutes you should be taking in some water. When you follow your training plan, follow it. Make sure you do all of the exercises in the training plan, the stretches. Even if strength training or drills are recommended, do those. Some days you might be running long and slow. On those days, make sure that you are running slow, because if you run fast and try to get it over with sooner, then you might injure yourself and set yourself back and not be able to complete the marathon. Some days you're just going to want to get the miles in and not really go for your race pace. Of course, running a marathon takes mental preparation, and so if you're like me, you might listen to music while you're running and while you're training. That could take your mind off things while you're running. You might have a sore muscle, or your breathing might be affecting your performance. Sometimes music can help me take my mind off of these things. I also personally developed a playlist for the faster training days that had more upbeat and fast beat songs. And I had a playlist that I just called long run days with slower, more mellow music, so that I never wanted to go too fast on those days. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you feel a lot more prepared for your marathon. And as someone who has finished a marathon, me, if I can do it, you sure can. So please like this video if you found it useful, and let me know in the comments how you plan to prepare for a marathon race. Take care and see you later.